Hello guys, it's Adnan here, and for those who are new to my channel, I'm actually documenting my journey as I learn through how AI and automation works in general and building interesting projects. So today is actually day 3 and I built my first AI automation and AI agent today. So it was a great day. I learned a lot and I'm going to share with you guys what are the things that I have done today. So let's start the video, I guess. Let me just make myself smaller and yeah. So before showing you guys my project, I want to talk about a little bit about how in general automation works and what is the purpose of including AI into it, because as we know, automation has been around for ages, but recently we have started to implement AI into it. So what's the difference actually? So we all have some experiences with large language models, also called LLMs, and those models actually have just chatting capabilities initially. Then as time went by, many more functionalities are constantly being added to those models. For example, when initially ChatGPT came out, you could only chat with it, but now it can also search the web, generate images, understand images and videos. If you upload files to it, it can also interact with lots of files. So yeah, but still those models or those AI tools can't do a lot of things like sending email, parsing email, fetching a custom weather report for you every day. So that's the purpose of AI automation actually, because AI provides you a brain like human brain. It provides you with a brain to actually critically think stuffs. And N8N actually also offers to add various tools to the AI brain, so that after thinking it can actually work with those tools and deliver our expected results. So that was about a bit about AI and automation, and today we'll be creating a weather report automation project. And as you can see, I have already done it. I have named my project as first agent because it's my actually first AI agent. And inside it, I'm in N8N, and inside it I have created 2 workflows that I'm going to show you right now. The first one is weather report automation, and the second one is weather report automation but with AI. So what's the difference? The difference is, if we learn how actual automation works, it will be easier for us when we move on to AI. So without further ado, let's just see how the workflow actually is, so we can get a better idea. So this is the basic workflow. So what's the purpose of this AI automation? So it basically, what it does is it gathers some weather data from your favorite website. It analyzes the data and extracts the information that you need. Let's say there can be multiple things in weather data, such as temperature, the humidity level, the probability of precipitation, etc., or the wind speed. But you do not need to know everything. Maybe you just need to know about the highest or lowest temperature in a day, or you want to know the forecast of rain. So yeah, so basically it will gather weather data. Then we're gonna run it through some code which will extract the information that you need only. Then it will actually send the weather report through email to your favorite email location. So it's cool. So let's actually take a look what what's the structure of this. So at first, these things are called nodes, as you can see. I hope you guys can see my mouse. So in any workflow, there are multiple nodes, and nodes are usually of three types. Those are trigger nodes, action nodes, and result nodes. So trigger nodes are the nodes that actually starts the whole automation flow. It tells the automation that, hey, you need to get to work right now. So in this workflow, I have included two triggers. The first one is a manual trigger, and the second one is a schedule trigger, as you can see. So what does manual trigger mean? I have included this so that every time I click this button or this button which says test workflow, I can usually check the whole workflow right now and make sure it works or not. And the schedule trigger actually, you can schedule the whole automation for like every day, every 2 days, weekly, so that it can automatically send you the email as the time frame you set. So let's take a look at the manual trigger. What do we have here? Actually, we have nothing here. If we press this, the whole automation is done. Maybe I shouldn't have done that because it already sent me an email. Yeah, let's delete that connection and we're gonna add it later. Alright, so what's the schedule trigger? What does it do? Let's check. So I have set the schedule trigger to extract weather data and send emails every hour. So as you can see the trigger interval here, and here we have you can set it for even seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, or you can do some custom settings. I have set it for hours, and I've set it hours between triggers is 1 hour between each trigger. Alright, so let's go back. So here's the trigger part. Then we have the actual the data gathering part. So this node is actually called HTTP request. As you can see inside, it's called HTTP request node. So what it does, as you can see from here, we have to put an API URL. So I chose this website, openmeteo.com, and they offer free weather APIs there, and you can actually customize everything judging your location. As you can see, I have the latitude and longitude of Dhaka, the country I live in, and I set some parameters in that website, like I want to see the temperature, I want to see relative humidity, precipitation probability, and some forecast. So I just copied that link and pasted it here, and I didn't touch anything else. So what it does, when I click manual trigger with this button, or after the trigger is triggered after the scheduled time, the workflow starts and the automation actually gathers data from openmeteo.com website. So after that we have a code node, also known as N8N code node. If you can see inside, we have a JavaScript code here. So don't worry, I'm going to explain everything. And as you can see, the input of this code node is actually the output of that HTTP request node. So if you go back there and check the HTTPS node, as you can see, its output form is like this, JSON format. Here's the data, and this output is actually the input of this N8N node. As you can see, the JSON data here. Alright, so then what this code node does is actually extracts the data from here, and in return there's the output. Like, you can set everything, and it's gonna write a message, and this will be the format. Like in Dhaka, the high today is 33.5 degrees Celsius and the low is 26.4 degrees Celsius. So this is the code. I have written the code through ChatGPT. I have provided it with the example JSON format, this, and I told it to write me a N8N code so that I can get an output like this. So this is the code. So let's go back to the workflow, and finally now we have the message. As you can see, this is the message. So now the automation will send me an email which will include this message. So this is actually the Gmail node. Let's check this. So initially I had to connect my Gmail account. This is the Gmail account that the email will be sent from, not to. So resource is message, operation is sent. We won't go, touch anything here. So I have specified the email that the email will be sent to. We can include the test weather subject, and email type is text instead of HTML. And here, as you can see, this is actually a dynamic input. Why can't I show you? Oh, we have to first connect the node first, then I can show you. Let me connect this. So I have connected that. Yeah. So now, as you can see, in this schema, so this was actually the output of the code node message here. Let me just show it, guys, what it does. So what I did is actually drag and drop this message here. So this is actually a dynamic entry, so that it will automatically update this message label with the actual message content. And as we know, this will change depending upon the weather report. So yeah, you can do that. And I have unchecked the append N8N attribution. I'm going to show you the email right now in this screen. How does it look like whenever I actually test the workflow and click this button? As you can see, workflow executed successfully, and I'm going to check my email right now and show you guys how does it actually look. Alright, so that's the email. Now what you're gonna do, leave without saving. So now we're gonna do the whole thing, but this time with AI. Let's check this node. So the basics will be same. We will need some trigger, some actions, and this time we're gonna need some AI brain. So as you know, triggers can be of various types, and I have actually included a chat trigger here. As you can see, this is a chat trigger. So whenever previously, whenever we clicked that manual trigger button, the automation started. But this time there is no trigger button. This time we actually have to chat and write something, then the automation will start. So this is our trigger node, which is called chat. Then we added our AI agent brain. So in order to work properly, AI agent have three things that you need to include. The first of all is the chat model, or a large language model that your AI agent gonna use. So you can include ChatGPT, DeepSeek, Gemini, or anything that, but first you will have to gain access to the APIs. So I have set up the open router chat model. You can get APIs from this website to various large language models actually. So I copied that API key and pasted it here. So now my chat model, now my AI agent will be using the open router chat model, and I can actually, you know, let's just show you guys. We can actually select from a lot of large language models, and I'm gonna use GPT-4 mini right now. There is Perplexity, there is Grok, I believe there is Llama, Mistral AI, Meta Llama, Google Gemma. Here's the DeepSeek, Anthropic. Yeah, there are a lot of models to choose from, but I don't think they will give you access to them for free. We have to do the work with GPT-4 mini with this one. So yeah, I set up everything here. So now my AI agent will use the open router chat model. Then comes the memory. So what's the difference? Let's just show you guys. Let's make it smaller. So I have added a simple memory here. We can actually delete it, and let me show you guys what it does. So let's say this is our model. I'm gonna just deactivate this, so because I do not want email every time. We'll still have the HTTP request. So before speaking about memory, let's just show you what I did here. You remember the HTTP request note from earlier, which is actually and it's connected to the tool. Let's just hide chat. Yeah. So like usual, my AI automation agent, whenever we give a chat prompt, it will activate the automation. It will use this model, and also it will request information from openmeteor.com. It will gather weather data, then feed that into the chat model. Then it will give me results or the answer to the questions that I'll ask it. So the setup is the same. I pasted the API key from openmeteor.com here. Then what happens, as our AI agent has no memory here, if we chat, let's just type anything. Hey, my name is X. What's your name? Let's just type this and send. So it's actually using the chat GPT-4 mini. So it replied, hello X, I'm an AI language model. I don't have a personal name, but you can call me assistant. How can I help you today? Now just notice, if I send a follow-up text, can you remember my name? Let's just ask this. See, I'm sorry, but I can't remember personal details like your name. However, I can help with any questions or information you need. So why it happened? Because it has context memory of only one chat or one prompt. It can't remember the details I typed here. So that's why I'm gonna need some memory to for my AI agent to work. So let's just hide this chat and add memory. I click plus here, and here you can see a simple memory. It stores in the N8N memory, so no authentication required. Let's just use the simple memory. And so here we won't touch these things. Here you can see the context window length. So we want that our chat model will remember up to 10 interactions, right? So as you can see how many past interactions the model receives as context. So after we set up our memory, the memory is set, it's activated. So now let's check whether it works or not. I'm gonna refresh our chat. Hey, I am X, nice to meet you. What's your name? Hello X, nice to meet you too. So I'm an AI assistant, blah blah blah. So now let's check with the follow-up message. Hey man, can't you remember my name? Let's see what it writes. Ah, what happened? This shouldn't happen. Guys, I'm confused. This shouldn't have happened. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong. What happened here? Execute previous notes. Execute previous notes. Generally execute previous notes. Let's just click this. Strange. Hey. Why is everything lagging? I'm not sure. Is my internet connection alright? Let's just go back. Leave without saving. Wait guys, I'm gonna figure this out. What's happening here? I just deactivated my Gmail. Everything should work fine. So let me type hey. Yeah. Hello, how can I assist you today? My name is X. Nice to meet you, X. How can I help you today? What's my name? Your name is X. So I don't know what happened earlier. Maybe it's got something to do with refreshing the N8N workflow or whatever. I don't know. I'm not gonna touch anything, but you get the point. The process, I showed you guys how memory works, and if we remove the simple memory, it fails to remember the context. But now, as we have added the simple memory, it can remember the previous interactions. Cool. So let's move on. So I'm gonna hide chat. Now if we just activate the Gmail, and let's check it again. So what's the weather today? Let's ask this. So it ran the HTTP request node here. So the weather today shows a warm temperature range with highs around 33.5 degrees Celsius and lows starting at about 26.4 degrees Celsius. It actually is showing me the details that I clicked while setting up the API key. So how would you like to proceed with this weather information? It has already sent me an email without asking me, because I have already the Gmail. No, it hasn't sent yet. Let me just ask it. Hey, sent me the email about the weather report. So let's see what happens. Yeah, done. I've sent you an email about today's weather report. Make sure to check it out. If you need anything else, just let me know. As you can see, we can see a green tick mark here. So actually now I learned something new, that if you don't give specific prompts or instructions, the AI agent won't do everything at once. As you can see, it didn't when I asked it for the Gmail, it started from everything here. It did everything using memory, and it went straight to the Gmail and sent me an email. But it didn't use the HTTP request because it has already extracted information from the website. So that's cool. That's cool. But I also want to show you something more, guys. So before the email was generic, why we used AI? As you can see, subject, we can type in our own subject line, or if we cross this, let me just cut all right. Let me just cross this and just delete that. So the subject line is empty, and we can actually add something. Let the model define the parameter. So like, as we have connected a LLM model to our automation, we can click this actually, and the subject line will be automatically filled by the AI. So we can also give some more prompts so that AI can write the subject line better. I have written 4 to 5 words, engaging to boost click-through rate, provides a sneak peek of the weather. So that's cool. The email type will be text, and also the message section of the email. I've also clicked it. Let's just cut this to show you guys how it's working. Again, I'm gonna click this, let the model define this parameter. Then we'll add some instructions. Uniquely describe the weather and mention the reader as bro. Alright, cool. So here's our message setting. We have also unchecked the NA10 attribution. Whether to include the phrase, this email was sent automatically with NA10 to the end of email. We don't want that. That looks ugly. So yeah, that was our AI agent in a nutshell. It's showing yellow because we have changed some, updated some parameters like subject line or message body. But I'm gonna show you guys the email right now. As you can see, there is a customized subject line here, and the message body is also customized, but everything is done through the AI automation model. We didn't have to read the weather data or anything, and it will keep sending me emails every hour or so if I activate this workflow, because no, not this workflow, actually the previous one, because we haven't included any schedule triggers here. But in our previous workflow, we'll get an email every hour. So yeah, that was for today, guys. I will upload a video tomorrow again with something new, hopefully. So till then, take care and bye bye.